gonna say this right quick, man. I am terrified of going to prison. And the main reason I'm terrified of going to prison, I'm gonna say this, my anxiety about going to prison grew probably the last 2 to 4 years. And why? Because of YouTube. Seeing people like Fleece Johnson, seeing this one channel, I think it's called Blood on the Razor Wire. It's a white guy on YouTube. He did like 15, 16 years in prison, and he interviews, his whole channel is about prison life. He interviews people who've been in prison, some who currently are in prison. He interviewed the family members of the victims of the people who in prison. And seeing this stuff on YouTube, I'm like, man, I've never been to prison. I went to jail one time for driving on suspended license. I spent the night in jail. I have never done nothing to go to prison and never will, because I just can't imagine being in prison, man. It ain't for me. I know several people in prison. I got a friend right now doing double life in prison. And he calls me sometime from in jail. I'll send him a phone call or a little cash here and there. And he been locked up since 97. But me personally, no. Not a place for me, man. But in this video, we're going to check out talking about prison gay relationships and what goes on in prison, though. So let's go.
Down on the bed, his butt cocked up in her, and it was a white dude, and there was his cellmate. So you banging him, distortion that motherfucker, I mean hard, man. And the white dude, he must have had some good ass, cause the white dude,
wow,
took him sideways. I'm watching this shit, and I'm hearing all that, the noise, the impact of the shit. His ass was juicy, bro. I'm talking about that motherfucker shit was juicy, motherfucker. And I'm just watching this man get his ass. I'm hearing that shit. His ass was just juicy, bro.
Man, you're a little bit too excited, my boy. I know you did 40 years in the can, but god damn. You goddamn taking a stroll down memory lane right here, my boy.
They came in and told me that they were going to set up hidden cameras, and that if they seen Sergeant Anderson break the law in any way, that they would be there to stop it. Well, as soon as he exposed himself, I'm like, got him. This man's being caught red-handed, but they don't come out. They don't rush in. We ended up being like 22 minutes. But finally, when they came running in, and Inspector Pacioli with his badge held high, Sergeant Anderson with his pants down, putting the cuffs on.
I let him know that I want to have
sex. Whoa. The goddamn sergeant? What? He putting the moves on the inmate? God, man, ain't that butt predators, man. Hey, stay out of goddamn prison. If this don't scare your ass straight, nothing will.
I let him know I want to lay with him. He comes in. I said, what if we rape you right now? How will you like that? He started crying and begging and pleading. You know what I'm saying? Mark, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be gay. I don't want to. But at this time, you know what I'm saying, I'm out of control. And he slapped him real hard. I tell him to take his pants off. He doesn't want to do it. I punch him in the face. You know what I'm saying? I squeeze his ass cheeks. 2 handfuls. He tenses up. So I take my pants off. I mean, he's just sitting here the whole time. I had a pair of red and white Jordan with some red shoestrings. So I ain't got nothing on but these tennis shoes in my undershort. I give him the grease. I tell him to put some on his finger. Stick it in his ass and kind of like fuck himself. To loosen himself up. Because I know he had never been penetrated before. It was his first time. I said, what if I take this knife and stab it right through your face? I said, well, you like that? So he's scared now when he see this knife. You know what I'm saying?
They had a knife to my eye and one in my throat right here in my jugular. And I'm telling you, I could just feel them, sticking me. It's like if they put any pressure on it, it's going to cut me wide open,
I go to fucking him. You know what I'm saying? Slowly at first, you know what I'm saying? To try to loosen him up. It was tight. what I'm saying? Like, he was definitely a virgin. He's groaning and, you know what I'm saying, moaning and telling me how it hurts. So, I bag out a little bit. At this time, my dog, he at the door. You know what I'm saying? He's standing in front of the cell. So he's like, man, come on, man. Goddamn. Don't hurry up, man. I want to get straight to. I said, well, come on. I get up off of him. He greases himself up. He shows him no mercy.
And the crazy part, this guy right here on the screen, he is on YouTube right now. I think this clip was maybe like the late 90s, early 2000s. I think this guy, he got a prison page too. He named Dante Prison Stories or something like that. And he had this guy on there. And he looked like a regular guy you might see on the bus, the train, or at the damn grocery store. He looked like a little fat old dude now. That's crazy, man. Stay out of prison.
He fucks him, for real. Since I had to tell him, hold up, man, slow down, chill out, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hurt him, for real. You know what I'm saying? And you have to go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna automatically have to say what happened.
He had sex with him first. Then I have sex with him. Then he had sex with him. I have sex with him. Then he had sex with him. And then that was the end of it.
So I didn't finish it first. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck him, I come off, give him a do. Next day, you know what I'm saying? He goes to say in prison, that's locked up.
So I'm like, in my heart, I'm like, damn, we through. We done got us a case.
Yeah, shit, man. On the foot massage too, though? Really?
Is it just me, or you also believe prison gay relationships are real?
And while you were put in jail, while you were in jail waiting to get out, they put a 17-year-old in the cell with you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you and some other inmates beat and that 17-year-old for 8 days. Is that right?
Yes, sir. Trying to turn somebody out, they call it. No, that's wrong. I know that's wrong. But they got a lot of guys don't think it's wrong.
But look, here's what they don't tell you on the outside. See, most of these relationships ain't about love. Most of them ain't even about attraction. They're about power. Dominance is survival. And if you don't understand that difference before you step inside, you will eventually become a target. They'll take only one thing, and I mean only one thing from you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Sexual desires don't disappear behind those walls. They multiply by 10x. But in prison, those desires get twisted into something else. They become weapons. They become control. And the men who know how to use them, they're called booty bandits. And the men who don't know how to protect themselves, they become sissies, punks, and what they call prison wives. Not by choice, but by force. I mean, listen to what this inmate said that shocked the world.
In this prison, booty was more important than food. Booty. Having some booty was more important than drinking water. I like booty.
Now, what happens when
We
you
know,
take a man
Chris.
and lock him in a cage with hundreds of other men? No access to women, no privacy, no outlet for those desires. Just concrete walls and men. For a year or decades. Those needs don't go away. They intensify. They become almost unbearable. Don't just take my word for it. Listen to this clip.
And I'm home, baby. I just love, boy. I've been waiting 5 months for this, man. I ain't left the baby to touch myself. My balls is heavy.
All right, so let's start with the foundation. Because if you don't understand this part, nothing else is going to make sense. Here's something most people on the outside.
Real talk. I never plan on going to prison, but if I was sentenced to prison, even for a short time, I'll probably never get out of prison or end up dead in prison. The reason I say I'll probably never get out, I'll probably get sentenced for maybe a short time, just say under 5 years. And like Fleece Johnson, he said he was sentenced to like 10 years. He ended up doing 40. And I probably can see myself doing the same thing because you not finna punk me. No, no, no. That is not going to happen. My first day there, my first order of business is to get me some shank, not one shank, but some shanks. I am taking any nigga out that steps to me. Straight up. It ain't finna be no picking on. You either gonna take me out or I'm gonna take you out. I'm not finna live like a bitch, and I damn sure ain't finna be great. You can forget that. So that's why I say I probably would never get out. They're probably gonna keep adding time to my shit because I'm not playing that.
I don't get. They think when you go to prison, your sexual desires just randomly turn off. Like you flip a switch and suddenly you're fucking celibate for however many years you're locked up. Dead wrong. Think about it like this. What happens when you tell yourself you can't have something? When you're on a diet and you can't eat sweets,
Nigga that.
what's the only thing you think about? Sweets, right?
Nigga like,
That
yeah.
craving doesn't disappear, it multiplies. Now imagine that on a massive scale. You're locked in a cage with no access to women, no privacy, no physical intimacy of any kind.
Booty's more important than water, nigga.
No touch, no affection, no release. For months, years, sometimes decades. Those desires don't fade away. They explode. Your whole body screaming for connection, for touch, for release. And when you're surrounded by hundreds of other men feeling the exact same desperation, that's when things get dangerous.
Ooh, that boy got 2 eye shines. God damn, that nigga eyes is purple, deep purple. Oh man, I know that nigga too. Not just 1, but 2. Yeah, I want to say black eyes. This nigga got purple eyes. Damn.
This is where a guy named
Mike the Booty Bandit. That's what they call me. 14 to 13 and up. That's what I do. I take young niggas booty.
The hell?
Cause they can't really fight back. So yeah. Come down here, it's going down. Don't play. Flat out.
Now you might be thinking, can't you just fight back? Can't you protect yourself? Here's the reality. These predators travel in packs. They got homies. They got backup. And if you fight one, you're fighting 5, 6, 7 of them. And even if you win that fight, you just made yourself a bigger target. Because now they got to prove a point. They'll take you to a place.
This shine rolls on his leg, give it a shower. Yeah. I was down there, nigga caught me. I had to get up out of there. Find the shine. Whoever ain't, get it down.
Now, when a predator success.
Tell me that wasn't some scary shit. They drug this man in the goddamn showers. Tell me that ain't some scary shit, man. Wow.
I was down there, nigga caught me.
Fight one, you fighting 5.
Yeah.
Dragging the man in the shower.
I was down there, nigga caught me. I had to get up out of there.
That is a fucking horror. Man, you in fucking prison and you got look like 10, 15 dudes dragging you into a shower. That's some real nightmare stuff, man. Oh my God.
Now, when a predator successfully targets someone, when they break them down, there's a whole system for what happens next. And the labels they use, they're about more than just words. They're about completely changing who you are inside. This next part is the darkest aspect of prison life, but you need to hear it. There's a saying inside, the weak gets preyed upon. And when I say preyed upon, I'm talking about I'm talking about men being forced into becoming someone's prison bitch, sissy, or punk. That's what they call them. And if you think this is a tale from some fantasy world, look at this. break down what these terms actually mean. A punk is someone who's been forced into a submissive sexual role. They're somebody's property. They perform sexual acts, sometimes for protection, sometimes just because they don't
Man,
have a choice.
what the fuck? Did they carry this nigga up the somebody baby daddy turned out? Oh, man, I'm telling you, man, YouTube, man, got me. Well, I never want to go to prison, of course. Never been. Like I said, I only went to jail one time. Spent 24 hours. I don't even spend them damn 24 hours in, because the night I decided to get arrested for driving with no goddamn, with a suspended license. My mother just had a surgery, and the family was at the hospital dealing, being there for her and her surgery. So, of course, my situation took a back burner, so I had to spend 24 hours in jail. But man, and that was a hard 24 hours right there. That's something I could never get used to.
Is similar, but sometimes looks like this. But make no mistake, this ain't a choice most of them made willingly. This is survival after trauma. Now you might be thinking, why don't they report it? Why don't they get protective custody? Protective custody means 23-hour lockdown, no yard time, no commissary, no phone calls, basically solitary confinement for your entire bid. And you still got to walk to meals, still got to go to medical, still got to be transported, and everybody knows you're in PC. Everybody knows you're a victim. Plus, reporting means admitting what happened, going through investigations, maybe testifying. And if your case doesn't stick, if your abuser doesn't get charged, you just made things exponentially worse for yourself. Now you're a punk and a snitch. You won't survive. That's why the vast majority never report. They just adapt. They survive the only way they can. And this is why I keep saying, someone could come in on a simple charge and leave fundamentally changed.
This nigga up in the rafters. Is he up there? Hold on. Is he up there trying to get away from all these people so he cannot be put on the house, if you know what I mean? Damn, you that scared, you up in the goddamn rafters.
This is the part that parents need to hear. This is the part that'll make you think twice about the choices you're making on those streets. Imagine you're 17 years old, got caught with some weed, maybe had a scale on you, so they got you for intent to distribute. Judge gives you 2 years, could be out in 18 months with good behavior. You're thinking, I can do 18 months. I'll keep my head down, do my time, come home. But you got no idea what you're walking into. First week, you'll be known as Fresh Meat. Week 2, inmates will ask for favors. You're uncomfortable, but you don't know how to say no without causing problems. Things escalate. Before you know it, you're trapped. You're his punk, and everybody on the yard knows it. Look at this happening live to a white boy.
Prison fuck nigga passion, man. Prison fuck nigga passion. This how they do up in this shit. This how they doing here. This how they doing Prison fuck nigga passion, man. Contestant number 1.
You gotta do a little extra for that bag now. That bag is special. That's $3.98 on top. That bag $3.98 on top. You gotta do a little more extra. You ain't did that yet. You gotta show us something. Bump that ass. You gotta bump that ass for that red
So this 17-year-old who came in on a weed charge, after 18 months, he's walking out different. Maybe he's got feminine mannerisms he didn't have before. Maybe he's questioning his sexuality.
Hey, y'all remember Bobby Shmurda? Remember Bobby Shmurda went to prison? And that nigga came out doing them little zesty dances? I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna edit that part in right here. Bobby Smurder doing them little zesty dances. So yeah, you get turned out in prison, man.
Not because he's actually gay, but because his sexuality got weaponized against him for 8 days. Some men come home and try to reclaim their masculinity through violence or hypermasculine behavior. Some withdraw completely. Some actually continue relationships with men because that's what they know now. Their whole sexual identity got rewired by trauma. This is what turning into a completely different human being actually means. It ain't about discovering who you really are. It's about being broken down and rebuilt by violence and exploitation. So now you know the full reality. Desires multiply by 10x behind those walls. Predators use that desperation to exploit the weak. Men get forced into roles that destroy their identity. And someone with a simple charge can walk out fundamentally broken. This is the truth about prison gay relationships when they ain't consensual, when they ain't about love or connection, when they're about power, violence, and survival.
Me gustas mucho, me gustas tanto que ni te imaginas. Me gustas mucho, que soy capaz de darte mi vida. Sacrificarme por un beso tuyo sería un honor si estás a mi lado y presumirle a la gente que estoy enamorado porque me gusta, porque me encantas, porque te amo, eres mi vida. Con tu sonrisa que me fascina, te ves tan linda que no hay palabras que te describan. Sacrificarme por un beso tuyo sería un honor. Si es
Alright, that's the end of it, man. In conclusion, though, man, stay your asses out of prison, man. You know you're not a tough guy, stay your ass out of prison. Because it's always somebody tougher than you. I got a friend I've been knowing since 6th grade. After we graduated high school, he went into law enforcement. And he worked for, I ain't gonna say what police department he worked for. Well, hell, everybody know anyway, but I still ain't gonna say it. He worked for one police department, and he had an issue where he went to some woman's house on a call apartment, and they say she reported he got like a little, I guess you want to say grapey with her, or he kind of like tried to force himself on her. So he didn't go to jail or nothing, but they made him resign. So he was forced to resign. No charges were pressed against him for that. He went to another police department. And this happened in 2020. This idiot decides I don't know what made this fool think it was a good idea. Maybe he had been doing stuff as a cop and he was getting away with it, but he rolled up on a couple in a local park. And I guess he was trying to say it was after hours. You know, you see the signs at the park, it say park open from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. or something like that. I guess the couple was in the park chilling in the car. I don't think they were doing nothing illegal. They were just in the park chilling in the car. He rolls up, pulls them out the car, separates them, put the boyfriend up like at the front of the car, take the girlfriend to the back of the car, and this fool essays her and holds a gun to her face and tell her you better not say nothing. So of course the next day she said something. This dumbass nigga got arrested the next day. Like a year or two later, like in 2021, this nigga got sentenced to 25 years to life. And this nigga is doing 25 to life currently. And he deserves it. I mean, to do some stupid shit like that when you got all these sluts out here just giving the box away, nigga, you got $40, you can get some box, nigga. We in Atlanta, nigga. You can get some box, nigga, $40, $60. Hell, if you get that bad, you get the crackhead special for the $10, nigga. I'm saying that to say you ain't gotta as say no woman or anybody. You know, they giving it away. But I think about him all the time. You know, we don't have contact. You know, we were friends, but we know we were kind of like associates. But you know how you know somebody from school, but y'all don't talk every day with them. We were like this. So I haven't spoken to him since he's been in. I went online. I seen what prison he's in. I seen his prison photos. I was like, man, I can't believe you went out like that. You went out for a piece of box. Something that probably lasted a minute, 2 minutes long. Now you're facing 25 to life. And you're in here with all these demonic people, man. But he did it to himself. But young kids, stay out of jail. This is not a place you want to be. You know your ass walking around with them tight ass skinny jeans on. You're 140 pounds soaking wet. You're carrying guns. I see these little thugs all the time. Nigga got a gun in their waist bigger than them. What your ass gonna do when you go to jail and you can't have that gun in there? And you're a grown ass man. You're 5'7", 123 pounds. Nigga, what you gonna do? They got grown men in there been in there your whole life working out, doing 1,000 push-ups a day, testosterone through the roof, and here your little punk soft ass come in there. They're gonna put you on the house, man. You seen the part they were carrying that dude up them damn steps, and they were dragging that dude into their shower. That's what's gonna happen to you little fake tough guys, man. So like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all in this video. Peace.